Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This will be a complete guide for the new monsters that got added to content warning. Remember, there's only 13 monsters. Before we get started, I just wanted to mention that there might be a couple of videos already floating with the new monsters and some additional ones. Be careful with these ones as they are putting in additional monsters which are not in the game. Just be careful with this. Okay, let's get with it. They will be listed in no particular order. Number 1, Cam Creep. So I've only come across it once. It jumped on my head and slapped my neck almost instantly. So that's been my only interaction with it so far. This can only be seen in the cam, so be careful around yourself if you're hearing things but you can't see anything. So if you have the camera available at that point, just have a quick scan around, see if you can spot something. Number 2, Harpooner. A big enemy wielding a harpoon gun. It fires the harpoon gun at you and tries to drag you to it and attacks you. Try and put a wall or some sort of object between you and the harpooner. Even if it attacks you with the harpoon gun, it will break if there's something between you two. Number 3, Doppelganger. Be careful down in the old world. You may find a doppelganger. This chap will try to befriend you and even do some emotes, so you may let your guard down. However, things will change when you are left alone with it, so be careful if you're all alone. Number 4, Ultra Knifo. So like the small baby face, this is a bigger version of it, but I'd say less deadlier than its smaller brothers. It doesn't seem to have that leap attack that the smaller ones do, and it's kind of slow. As you can see, it has some pathing issues here, and I think maybe it's about the same, but I think the knife attacks are just a little lower as well. But let me know in the comments if you've had a different experience with them. Number 5, Black Hole Bot. This is probably one of my favorite ones. So you may see this thing flying around and smiling. Don't let the smile fool you. If you let this rest next to you, it's going to start counting down. And will also turn that smiley face into a sad face. At this point, you need to get far away from it. If you're still around it while it completes the countdown, it's going to turn into a black hole, which is going to expand slowly and cover the entire map. So you really only want to trigger this towards the end of the run, otherwise there'll be a good chance you're just going to waste a day. I'm not sure 100% on this. If you run away while it's counting down, that it won't get triggered. For us, this did happen, but if you can also comment down below if you've had any experience or success or not success with this. Before we continue, please consider leaving a like and a sub to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated. Alright, let's continue on. Number 6, Mime. Mime has a unique sound playing when you're near it. It will phase in and out while it moves around. It's relatively slow, so it shouldn't be too much of a headache. However, in tight spaces, it can be an absolute pain. And if it does get to you, unfortunately in most cases, it will one-tap you. Number 7, Puffo. So this is like the pufferfish. If you get too close to it, it'll balloon up and knock you back and dealing X amount of damage for anyone that gets knocked back. It's relatively slow, so I personally avoid being around like bridges and other areas where you may fall down or may get bounced into like other machinery. Number 8, Robot Button. This little guy is pretty friendly. It won't harm you or attack you unless you get the itch and want to press that red button. That is the only danger to it. So the only danger is you. If you don't press it, nothing will happen. It will follow you around, but it's not really going to do anything. Number 9, Snail Spawner. This chap will be spawning your favorite zombie snail huggers all around you. Avoid small spaces around this thing and get out quickly if things start spawning. Number 10, Streamer. Seems like you have some competition to get these views. There is another streamer trying to get these views. It has 2 phases. During the neutral phase, it will go around minding its own business, but if you happen to get too close to it, it will stun you and give you a good kicking. I personally film this creature from afar, or stun it, and then film it, and then run. Number 11, Wallo. So this is a creature that's going to come out from the walls and grab you. If grabbed, it will teleport you to an area which you need to escape from. Once you get to the end of the puzzle, it will teleport you to a random location on the map. During one of my runs, I did go back to the same location, and it was still there. So I don't know if this is 100% true or not. Just let me know if Wallo does actually stay where it spawns. If it does, avoid it at all costs, and especially if you're running back the ship and it's in the way, try to sneak around the corners or move really, really fast. Number 12, Worm. You'll notice this long but slow worm trying to get close to you. This worm does no damage to you during any phase. It will try and attach to you, and if you're close to another person, it's going to attach to them because of that. This is more of a nuisance enemy than anything else. It will come off over time, but make sure you notice when it does, so you can just move away from the worm when it does. Number 13, the Fire Monster. Now this is probably visually, probably one of the best monsters that they've added in the recent patch. Think of this as a giant walking creature that spews out constant fire breath. It's really dangerous in tight spaces and will burn you if you get too close to it. I'd stay at a distance and avoid it at all costs. Unless you can surprise it early on with a stun gun, just run away from this. Alright, that's it. That's all 13. Definitely a good addition of monsters for content warning. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the new monsters, which ones you like, which ones you hate, or what you'd like to maybe see next. If you liked the video, please do consider leaving a like and sub to the channel. It's really, really greatly appreciated. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.